All right, and we're live. Let me know when you're showing up. I don't think YouTube lets me know if people hop on, so if you're here, say hey. I'm gonna try to keep up with the chat box. Give people some time to tune in. We'll get started. Okay, cool. So it says 3 are watching. I'm not sure who it is, but thank you for being here. Let me know if the volume's coming through. Not too loud, not too quiet, hopefully. And we'll get started here in just a second. Ran up here from the basement. Giving myself a minute to catch my breath. But yeah, super appreciate you tuning in for the LaTi live stream listening party. I've done this once before with a release. It was just a single. So this is a little bit more ambitious to do a full. I'm calling this an EP, but it's about a half hour. So I mean, it's basically a short album. So just to give some background into the project, in case you aren't familiar, this is a part of the SoLaTi album project I started years ago at this point. So this whole idea actually came up in 2017. I was working as a farmer's market manager at the Brighton Center in northern Kentucky, and I would bring my ukulele, which my good buddy Coleman got me for Christmas that previous year. So I was just getting into the instrument, and I would bring it to the market just to practice. I would chill and jam while at the market to pass the time and add some good vibes to the people passing through and everything. And I got the idea after finding, I should have brought it up. I bought this art print from Leila Cochran, I want to say her last name is. Her business name is Illustrated Ink Art, and she does primarily Day of the Dead style tattoo art. And I found a print of one of her pieces called El Sol, and it's what ended up being adapted into the cover design. So I'll give you guys a little reminder of the cover. So that is the final cover for the album that Leila was very gracious in adapting and customizing for this album. So it started out as an idea to just record a collection of ukulele instrumentals, just really mellow, lighthearted, easy listening type of thing. And I ended up starting to write some more full-fledged songs, and those more full-bodied, more extroverted songs is what ended up, or are what ended up as the SoLa EP, which I released last summer. So this collection is a little bit more close, It's closer to the original vision, which was more of an instrumental, ukulele-focused collection of songs. This one, it's not completely instrumental. I won't give too many spoilers. We're going to listen to it here, so I'll let you find out for yourself. But it is definitely more of... Okay, let me reel it back. What I was trying to say is that it's not exactly the initial vision. In this collection, they're not all ukulele. There's some guitar instrumentals. But it is very much capturing that improvisational, more explorative flow. So I would say probably the best way, other than extroverted, introverted, ways of describing the differences between SoLa and LaTi is that you could break them down into a yin-yang type of counterpart. So this is most definitely the more yin energy of the SoLaTi project. More open, receptive, flowy finding patterns in the unknown and more of a mysterious type of flow. A lot of this EP was improvised, so it's got a lot of that spirit to it. And yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and dive in here. Let me see if I can bring up the chat so I'm not missing anything. Hey, Carrie, Lisa, thank you for joining. Heck yeah. Yeah, the cover is so beautiful. Honestly, just finding that original, I should have grabbed a picture of it, but you can Google El Sol illustrated ink art and you'll see the original art that inspired this whole project. And it actually goes a little bit deeper than just SoLa and LaTi. I've got a follow-up that's going to be more of a lunar electro folk type of exploration. So that said, I really hope and intend that this music can be a soundtrack for internal journeys. You know, I like to think of it as meditation music. Not everyone's about meditating, not everyone has a relationship with that word or that experience, so I try to think of other ways of describing it too. I've been calling the SoLaTi album psychedelic folk, which psychedelic to me just means expansive, mind expansive. Just enjoyable moments with music is when it's taking me to a whole nother energy, a whole nother vision in my mind. That's the good stuff, you know. Dancing and grooving with live music is all fun, but when it can be a transcendental experience, that's really the bread and butter as far as I'm concerned. That's the cherry of the experience. So that said, I'm going to take a little bit of a similar approach to this live stream as I do with the mindful music series, review series that I started last month or so, where I essentially just invite you to get into a nice meditative space before we take a deep dive and critical listen into whatever it may be. Most recently I did Nick Drake's Pink Moon, which today and yesterday it's actually the pink moon. Full moon in April. This time it's full moon in Scorpio, if that means anything to some full moon energies. I certainly have. So that said, let's get ready to dive in here. So I just invite you to just take a pause, take a nice deep breath, just simply notice where and how your body is feeling. If maybe you're slouched over, you might invite yourself to find more extension and alignment in your spine. Allow yourself an easier flow for a nice full breath. Just simply notice the patterns of breathing that you already are holding. And if you feel called, maybe bring a little bit more depth. Bring the breath, throat and lungs, but further into past your solar plexus, past your belly, to the root of your spine. And if you're standing or sitting, maybe outside, probably not if you're on a device, but if you want to breathe even deeper into the floor that holds you or the ground that holds you, feel that breath expanding all the way into the earth. And whatever your flow may be right now, maybe you're driving, maybe you have the luxury of sitting with me and maybe lying down and totally diving in. If you got some headphones on, it would be prime for this journey. Out wherever you are, I honor that and thank you for sharing space here. So that's said, I'm going to grab some headphones. And if you guys have any questions or comments during showtime, feel free to shoot them in the chat box, and I will either acknowledge them after, or if I get a chance to chat there as well. I think I'm probably gonna just kind of get in the zone and sink in here. So that said, let's dive on in. LaTi EP.
These tests lead to the ethical conclusion that the individual lives a world which he interprets very largely according to his own internal impression. As world is mystery, as other people are mysterious, so we are forever imposing an interpretation upon them. This interpretation becomes more complicated if we come under psychic stress.
We experience something or witness something that's mysterious to us. There's the absence of certainty, and our imagination is what takes the lead. And therefore, it is created the idea of what something is that the certainty cannot have.
I am the earth, the ground beneath your feet, the soil and the sea, herb and fruit of influence are my archetype, the chrysalis of knowledge, the growing impermanence granite, the whole of ancient mystery and identity that we cling firmly to am I, the molten flame fueling the core of this grand engine, eyes of stars, ears of now, listening deeply to the beating heart all around. I am here on your side. Dive into your center, purify the mind. Open your heart, I am the storm. Our fury of desiccation, necessary cleansing. Oh, our own creation, what have I done? I will forgive after all the past is past. In the future, I am the call. When all is said and done, Pleasure Island has sunken once again. I am the ocean still, rising thoughts, waving egos dreaming over the eternal past, only to cry. Right back into the essence of the unknowable, given I am witness. Nest of all that is, the becoming of the being. How when the words cease to entertain the mind of things, what then will we do? Or anchor our attention to what's inside these eyes? Dancing energy masquerading as out to dream. Steps of these eyes of now, nothing to see, no I in me, still to breathe and be. Away, always, what is will be.
Let yourself be as life itself. Life is flowing through you. Life is flowing as you. Allow the work, the joy, the love, the play of the universe to flow through you, to flow as you, to flow, create separation from what you truly are, from who you truly are. You are that. Everything you do, everything that is done is done. It is all that. It is all that. All forms are animated. Being animated by the one
Good evening. Or should I say good morning? Time is 25 to 5. Which I quite enjoy. One has quite enjoyed oneself, but one has to make reservations because the people are particularly interesting. In fact, the one has many people than expected it to be. I thought the main rituals have a big deal. In fact, the one here is many of them I thought, which was a pity. In fact, I think I must have drunk rather a lot, although it wasn't quite sober. When I leapt into the car to drive home, after my merry abandon, I found the task extremely difficult, and it was extremely fortunate that there was nothing else on the road, because looking back on it, I seem to remember a brainstorm I didn't realize at the time, and I think I drove the whole way home on the right-hand side of the road. This is something, of course, which comes from driving in France to my doing recent days, as you probably know. Driving in France, and in moments of stress, such as was this journey home, what one forgets so easily, the lies, the truth, and the pain. But still, I'm wavering from the point. What I was trying to say is, but when I sat here, I had an extremely pleasant time on the piano, actually. I was playing the piano, and so I was thinking, I rather fear I might have kept people awake upstairs, one hopes not, but it was pleasant, and it's extremely pleasant sitting here now, because I think there's something extremely nice about seeing the dawn up before one goes to bed, because there's something uncanny about it, but it suddenly becomes light, because one connects darkness with going to bed, surely, and when one is still up and it becomes light, it is a new day, and you still haven't gone to bed to sleep, because the night equals sleep, so evening, and when one is still up when a new day begins, it is something of an intriguing experience, I must find. I can look out the window now, and that tree over there is green. Whereas before one goes to bed, just when one goes to bed, the tree should be black, surely. Before one goes to bed, that is surely the essence of life.
I was obsessed with an artist by the name of Nick Drake, and I was obsessed with his story and his music, and I pursued it for a while, and still have hopes to kind of tell his story one day, but it kind of died away, faded away, because it was a very mysterious figure, and I felt like I would be taking too many liberties.
Anyway, I think I'm straight to the point. I should probably stop talking here, because if I do, I should start sort of relating life history to me, which will not be actually tedious. So here, I'll also say goodnight, Good night.
Alright, there we have it. Almost lost my light. Sun went down. Well, thank each of you so much for sticking with me and taking a listen tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Really appreciate all the comments. Very kind and very sweet of all of you. Lucas, if you're still there, man, let me know what the chant is that you do during Freya. So that I can have that a part of my records. I know you told me the day that we tracked it, but if you're still there and want to throw down a comment on that, I just saw you down there, so I thought I'd throw that out. Yeah, with that said, reminds me to put out a huge thank you to all of the collaborators for this EP. So especially track 2 and 5 that Andrew Jensen played banjo for. Oh my gosh, this dude just broke those songs wide open. They would not be anywhere close to what they are now without the banjo. And Marielle as well, Or Am I think that was track 4. I thought about just trashing that one, honestly. I was getting really bored with it, and then I had the thought of bringing on my good friend, spice it up with some vocals, and I really feel like that brought it to the next level as well. All of you, really. Lucas, on Freya, I mean, that's pretty much all your track, man. So really enjoy bringing on extra energy for the Chantieris project. It was never really intended to be solely a solo project, so looking forward to many more collaborations in the future. Well, thank you all again for sticking with me and for taking a listen, and I will tune back in probably next week. I'll do a mindful music review next week. I'm not sure what I'll do. I was thinking about getting some Cigaros in, so if I find a track for that. If any of you got some recommendation, a react type of series, but more of a review and more of a meditation exercise for me. And yeah, sweet. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the evening. If you get a chance, go hang out with that pink moon. I much love y'all.